What's up, fish heads? Lake Iamonia today. Ammonia. Beautiful, gorgeous day today. Couldn't be much nicer. Hopefully the bass are hitting, but we're going to be catching some bass. Hopefully. Make sure we got everything set up properly here for the chat. All messages will be accepted. There we go. It's not super windy, but we got enough wind for me to have the thing over the microphone, so hopefully that works out well. But I'm gonna start casting. We just got here, or I just got here, fishing solo today. The wind is blowing us. It's blowing us now, guys. We've left the channel. We're drifting into the pads, but that's okay. The bass like the pads. So I'm just gonna start casting, guys. You ready to catch some fish? Let's do this. Going to be top water fishing here for a little bit. See if the bass are hitting the surface. If not, we'll switch to some other tactics, but want to get something on the frog. John C. in the house, appreciate you joining us. I realize with the thing over the microphone, I can't see the very last comment that was put on there on chat, so I have to wait for somebody else to say something before I can see. Basically the second to last thing is the one I'm seeing at the bottom. So if I don't say hello immediately, it's because of that. Throwing this frog right here, 6 cents. It's got a white belly, a little bit of an orange spot on it, and like a gray tiger body. Pretty good looking frog, I'd say. Hopefully we catch a fish on it. Come on, big bass. Pre-retirement days in the house. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Glad to have you with us. Doing some bass fishing. I woke up today and I was planning on doing some stuff in the garage. I've got a wall I need to build. Some other random things to do in the garage, but it was so nice, so pretty out that I was like, nope, I think I'm just gonna go fishing instead. So I am shirking my responsibilities at the moment to try to catch some bass. But there's worse things I could be doing, shirking my responsibilities. It is beautiful out here. I would love to get one of these topwater bites on camera for you. I'll try. See what happens. That looks like a pretty good spot right there. I don't hang up in the lily pads too much. Come on, come up and hit it. This time I decided to just come to this spot right off the bat. Average outdoorsman, it is beautiful today. Appreciate you coming in. Sebastian Garcia, hello to you. Welcome in. Join the Fish Head fam. Hopefully we can catch some fish today. I was telling everybody like a week or two ago, for some reason my catch rate, my percentage of fish catches when I'm live is much lower than when I'm not. It's like you turn the camera on and all of a sudden the fish are like, nope, he's making a video, let's not bite. We got tons of lily pads to fish in this area. Water's probably 4 to 5 feet deep under us. And the lily pads just grow all over the surface, as you can see. But the bass love lily pads, so that's a good thing. I'm just going to kind of cast all around me. Sometimes I'll be fishing to the right, to the left, to the front, whatever. Trying some different retrieves. Basically have like 3 retrieves that I normally use. One is like a sort of a fast, constant pop, 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 pop. Another one is the intermittent, where I let it stop and sit for a second, then pop it once or twice, then move it a little bit. And then the other one is sort of like the steady pop, pop, sit, pop, pop, sit, pop, pop, sit. So those are the 3 that I'll be using here mostly. I feel like the intermittent one kind of tends to get more bites. Maybe it just looks a little bit more natural. Victory Vortex Gamers in the house. Appreciate you coming in. Welcome in. Bring us some luck here. We need to catch a bass. Brought a bunch of different bass lures and 3 different rods. So if we don't catch anything on top water, we'll probably, I don't know, maybe I'll put on like a soft plastic and punch the pads or something with it. I don't know how the bass could see this lure and not come up and hit it. It's got some really good action. This little cup face on it too moves a lot of water. It chugs real good in the water, so you pop it and it like grabs the water and pushes it, which is beautiful looking when it's on the surface. Yeah, Sebastian, it's pretty awesome out here. If I can quit catching the pads, that'd be great. If you just came in and you missed it earlier, I can't see the very most recent line on the chat because I've got something to protect the microphone from the wind. So if I don't say hi right away, it's because someone else needs to say something for it to get up high enough for me to see. Oh, I got a membership gifted? Sweet. I've been a member a couple times of NJ. He's really fun to watch. I tend to not really buy too many memberships, but I do have some, but that's really cool. Wish we had more members on this channel. I think we have like 7 members. Memberships are available. I got some more of these hats. I'm going to be doing a members only and a subscribers only giveaway soon with some hats. I just got to get the patches on them, and then we'll have a bunch to give away. But if you're a member, you'll have like 2 to 3 times the chance. Because I'll probably do like 2 member only giveaways to every 1 subscriber only giveaways. But you got to be at least subscribed to have a chance. So hit that subscribe button, guys. What are you doing with your life? I don't think I've ever drifted this deep into the pads here before, so kind of fishing some new area. But the water still looks plenty deep, so I'm not worried or anything. Also, I got this product review video that I'm going to be making soon. This company contacted me, and they're going to send me a couple pairs of polarized fishing glasses, and I'm just going to make a review video about using them. The cool thing about them is they float, so like if you're fishing and it falls off, or you like have it on your lap and you stand up and it goes over the side, all the stuff I do like pretty regularly, they won't sink to the bottom and you won't lose them. You can just reach down and grab it. I'm also going to be doing a grill and chill live stream later tonight, guys. So we'll hang out by the grill and cook up some delicious stuff. We got some unique things to make shish kebabs with, so that should be pretty fun too. Yes, appreciate you joining the Fishhead fam, Sebastian. Welcome to the fam. We fish a lot. We do some camping, we do some cooking. Usually cooking over a fire or a grill, but every once in a while I make something in the kitchen. So hopefully you're into that kind of stuff, and we'll do our best to keep you entertained. My goal as a content creator, it's hard to explain, but you want stuff to be interesting. Like, you ever see people that go live and just leave like their phone in front of their fish tank or a bird feeder? They're just trying to get watch time and views. I don't ever want to really do that kind of stuff. And sometimes when I'm fishing or when I'm cooking or whatever, I'm like, nah, this is kind of boring. I'm not even going to go live right now because it's not worth it. I always want to kind of make it cool, interesting, worth people's time to watch, you know? Oh, that was a big bug. If you guys haven't hit that like button yet, do it. We got 9 likes. YouTube's not going to spread this across the YouTube universe. Ooh, something just hit the surface. Not too far from my bait. Come on, bass, come up and eat it. One of these retrieves has to work. Mostly doing the intermittent one right now. Another boat just pulled in to our area over here. but they're fishing like a couple 100 yards away. Shouldn't affect us at all. I'll show you guys something cool here. Joe Mama in the house. Here we go, Sebastian. I can tell you're not a spammer. Give you your standard mod wrench. There you go. Yep, we need to slay some bass today, Joe Mama. Well, first we got to catch one, and then we'll go for the slay. Trying to make some videos. It is hard, Sebastian. It's a very time consuming. Right now I'm actually like in an editor's block. I've been doing this for a couple of years, but for whatever reason, like my editing right now just doesn't feel creative. Like I have no motivation to edit. I do have a video that should be done being edited tonight of our trip to the lake last week in Georgia. So hopefully that one will be coming out tomorrow. But it's been tough editing. It's taken me like 3 days just to edit this one video. Like a couple hours here, a couple hours there. I just haven't had it in me to like sit down for 6 or 7 hours straight and just edit the video. That's normally what I do. Like I'll just stay up real late one night and just bang it out and be done with the video and have it come out the next morning. But yeah, it is. It's time consuming. Especially if you're doing fishing videos, because sometimes you don't catch any fish. So you're like, well, now I got to go fishing again for this video. I've had some videos where we fish for like 5 days. Sometimes I'll edit like day 1, no fish. Day 2, no fish. Actually, there's a little bit of that in the one that should be coming out tomorrow. I hate to say it, but we did not catch fish every day when we were in Georgia. Some of you that were in our live streams up there know. You know the secret. Fishing fam, back in the house. Appreciate you coming in. Fishing fam, let me give you a wrench. There you go. Now you can link up and do all that good stuff with everybody. My thing is falling off for my microphone. Let me fix that real quick. All I use to keep the wind noise from taking over is a pantyhose and a clothespin. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate, like right now. All right, get on there and stay on there. Doesn't want to stay on. Come on, clothespin. We're missing valuable fishing time here. It is a little bit MacGyverish, but right now it's not wanting to work. It's really not windy at all. I'm going to leave it off for a minute. Let me know if you can hear wind, guys. Yeah, and there comes the wind all of a sudden. All right, let me figure this out. Somebody told me this trick, some other YouTuber. I don't remember who it was. But it seems to work pretty good when you can get it to work properly. Okay, it's on there. Hey Smurfy, appreciate you coming in. Carter Kramer. Yeah, I covered it back up. Should be better now. Taking the kids to meet with their school friends soon. Appreciate you coming in. Dylan and Lucas are not with me today because they both have a friend at our house right now. Or Lucas has one now, and Dylan has another one coming over anytime, I guess. So the boys are just hanging out with their buddies, and I'm hanging out with the bass. I need to catch a fish. It is gorgeous out here, Smurfy. Beautiful, beautiful day. If it gets like 2 degrees warmer, I'm probably going to take my jacket off. It's like right there on the verge of needing a jacket, which is pretty much my favorite temperature. I'm not a huge fan of like August when it's 100 degrees and super humid. Still come out here and fish because I got no choice, but I definitely like fishing more when the weather is beautiful like this. Cool. Bring them back a fish for lunch, I'll try. August is your least favorite month? I would say that too. Down with August. Am I casting where you guys can see? Let me get my bearings here. Oh yeah, I casted right in the middle. Perfect. Come on, bass, do it. Right there. Come on. Blow up. We need a blow up. I love fishing at this lake. Park Sheehan. Appreciate it. Oh, Carter Salmons. What's up to you? Appreciate you coming in. Your birthday is in August. The only reason I don't like August is the heat. I mean, the month itself is fine, but the temperature during August here in North Florida, it's always close to 100 degrees, and it gets so humid in the summertime here that you're like sweating immediately as soon as you walk out your door. And then fishing on this boat, which is painted camouflage, got a camouflage colored metal boat. So being out in the sun on this boat, the boat heats up. So you not only have the 100-degree heat, but you've got like the 120-degree heat coming up off the boat. It gets pretty brutal out here in the summer. Right there, a little clearing. Come up and hit it. You know you're hungry. If we don't get any bites here shortly, I'll try a different spot. Tuesdays with Joy. Appreciate you coming in. Pedro. Plastic boat. I never really hear anything bad about them. I've never had one myself. It probably won't get as hot as a metal boat, so that's probably an advantage. Those like little 12-foot Coleman boats were super popular back in the day. At a track meet, nice. Yeah, Jen A, I remember. I remember you changed your channel from Joy-Filled Jen A to Tuesdays with Joy. For a second, I thought it was because your name was Joy. Because the word joy is in both of those names. But then I remembered it's Jen A. That dude that you were live with the other night, he never sent me a link that I saw. But that's okay. I figured I'd go live myself anyway. Seeing your cousin? Sweet. Oh, it's cold there? Are you up north, Sebastian? Because it is not cold. It is beautiful here. I mean, I'm debating on I have just a light little sweatshirt jacket on, and I'm debating on taking it off. Ryan Whitaker, appreciate you coming in. Not too much, just fishing. Just bass fishing. Sweet. Yeah, Jackson was on the phone with him earlier when I left. I know they're playing some kind of game, but Jackson's coming over, I think. Anytime, shortly, the next hour or two, maybe. Fish on Bryce, appreciate that. Go live with me, sweet. I don't have it set up for it right now, but yeah, email me fishheadvideos@gmail.com. We can definitely link up. Ryan Whitaker, I've got a 6 Sense topwater poppin' frog. It's like gray on the back, tiger stripes, white belly with an orange mouth, and then you got the chugging part in the front, so it pushes a lot of water. Fun fishing adventures. Scotty in the house. Appreciate you coming in, dude. You're not coming over? Okay. I know the boys are both having their friends over today. Mike Clark, good afternoon from Canada. We got Canada in the house. All the way from Canada to Florida. Probably still ice on the water up in Canada. But you guys get to go ice fishing, and we don't. Don't feel like going out. Hey, Sue. Nana Fishhead in the house. Just me out here today, Sue. The boys are at home. Got friends coming over and stuff. Terry B. Appreciate you joining us, Terry. Trying to get a bass to come up and hit this topwater frog, but no luck yet. Lipless rattle traps, those are always pretty good, but not in thick weeds like this. That thing would just get hung up constantly. Hopefully I'm not the only fisherman you know in Florida. I had to leave your live the other day. Did you end up catching any catfish? Oh, there's a bald eagle flying over here. I feel like a bald eagle is always a good sign when you're fishing, because they're looking for fish too. My chat froze up. There we go. Yeah, she's got her hands full. Not too bad though. The boys keep themselves occupied. Zach's the most handful of all of them. All right, Terry, appreciate that. Appreciate you joining. 7 hours and not one fish. Ouch. Justin McMullen in the house. Appreciate you coming in, Justin. Yeah, good luck, Terry. Good luck. Catch them up. I think I should be flipping here because they're not hitting the surface. So I'm going to start just flipping and punching these pads. I might move to a different spot though. But I can usually get one on the frog at least. To me, it's kind of worth. Oh, something just hit right next to my bait. It's kind of worth like fishing for a long time and not catching anything to get one good topwater strike. Nothing yet, Sue. Oh, nice. Redfish in the bayou. Heck yeah. Cool, Bryce. I'll check it later. I don't think I'm subscribed to your channel, so I'll do that too. I have so many subscriptions now. I honestly can't remember if I'm subscribed to people or not. And every once in a while, I'll go to someone's channel that I've seen like 100 times. And I'll be like, how am I not subscribed to this channel? And then I'll hit the subscribe button, which you guys should all do now if you're not subscribed. Do it. Do it. And double tap your screen on your phone. Quick and easy way to hit the like button. Just a quick little double tap. There's a big clump of grass. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there. And it's like just out of my casting range. But I want to fish that clump of grass. Cool, cool. Yeah, best way to make sure you stay subscribed to someone is go to one of their videos and comment. And that way the subscription sticks. Mama Fishhead in the house. Hey, Mama. Oh, yeah. I'm casting like 10 feet from that clump, but we are drifting that way very slowly. Appreciate that, Mike Clark. Come on, bass, do it. One time, Dylan and I were fishing in this online tournament, and we went to a different lake, and we got skunked. And we fished this lake like later in the afternoon, and we had like 2 small bass, and there was a storm coming. So we were like, we probably have maybe 30 more minutes to fish, and that's it. But we got like 2 small fish for the tournament. We came over to this spot and we nailed like a 5.5 and a 4.5 pound bass in like 5 minutes. It was an amazing thing. We ended up finishing like 7th. We went from like 30th to 7th with 2 fish in like 5 minutes. Yeah, Park Sheehan is Carter. Oh yeah, I can cast to the grass now, guys. I love where 2 different kinds of structure, like it's lily pads and then a big clump of grass. I like to fish right where that changes. I feel like the bass like to hang out in those spots. I think Mama Fishhead thought your name was Joy too. Did I see that? I just thought of that. Yep. Her name is Jenny. The other boat's leaving. Wonder if that's good or bad. Come on, just one topwater hit. Nothing yet, Carter. Sometimes when the weather is perfect for the fishermen, it's not perfect for the fish, and vice versa. Bass really like weather changes, bad weather. Ray's outdoors. Nothing yet. We're still working on it. But I'm kind of throwing a bait I don't expect to catch a lot on this time of day. I just want to see one blow up. I haven't had a good topwater hit in a while. It's been a minute. So I'm putting in some time, knowing I'm probably not going to catch much, but I want to get one on the topwater. You can usually get one, even like middle of the daytime, to come up and hit it. Another patch of grass I'm at right now. Going for bass, Carter, largemouth bass. I'm up here at Lake Iamonia. Dylan and I tried to fish here for catfish, or no, carp. We came here for carp not too long ago and we got skunked. Skunked for carp. We did not get skunked for bass that day though. We caught a nice bass. I made a short out of that bass catch. Come on. Got stuck on the lily pads and tangled up. Sometimes your frog will get fouled up like this. Squeeze the water out of it. Yeah, fishing topwater is pretty much my favorite. Try not to break my rod. Ooh, that sounded like a big fish hitting the surface over there. Wonder if I should make a move. Give this a little bit more effort. I always get like FOMO when I'm fishing. Like that spot right over there looks amazing. I better go check that out. There's a couple more grass clumps over here I'm going to fish before I move. Did I get a super chat? I did not see that, Sebastian. If I did and missed it, I apologize and thank you so much. I guess we can tolerate a couple bad words if they pay for it. Come on, bass, do it. Starting to get warm. I think it's almost time to take the jacket off. Just a little bit of a breeze. I don't know if I take my jacket off if I'll start getting cold. I don't think so. I didn't see a super chat from Jose. Apologize, Jose. But yeah, we'll try to keep it PG-13 in here. Come on, bass. Trying the fast retrieve now. Constant, quick pops. Pop, 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 pop. Basically just keep changing my retrieve to something different. Hoping that one of them will catch the bass's attention. Jenny, I see that one. Appreciate that so much. Dropping the 5-bomb on us. That is awesome, Jenny. Appreciate that. Helping me pay for this bait. I was trying to think of like how much money we actually spend on fishing. Like if you don't count the boat, it's at least $100-200 a month maybe if you count gas money to get to the lake and stuff. If you count the boat, it's ridiculous. It'd be sweet if one day our YouTube income paid for our fishing habit. That would be pretty awesome. Like the channel paid for itself. But then again, you got like what we did last week where we went all the way up to Georgia. We rented a cabin, spent a bunch of money on gas getting up there and back, and then money for the boat. It was a bit more of an expense. So I don't know what the average is. Maybe at the end of the year, I'll try to add everything up and then I'll divide it by 12 and find out exactly how much we spend on fishing. I think we just rolled over a stick or something. Wind's picking up again. It is blowing us like across the lake towards the spot that I wanted to go. So I guess if I'm patient, we'll eventually get to that spot. Here's some big bullfrogs in the background. Georgia is your heart and soul. We loved it. I definitely want to go back. Actually, I'm only like 5 minutes from Georgia right here. Georgia is right over there. But we went up to North Georgia to Lake Blue Ridge and hung out in the city of Blue Ridge, Georgia, and that place was really nice. Heck yeah, go Knowles. Reese, appreciate you coming back. Good to see you, Reese. Trying to get a bass to come up and hit this topwater in the middle of the daytime. No luck yet though. But I've got square bill crankbaits to try. I got jerk baits. I got soft plastics. I got jigs. We can try some other stuff here in a little bit because I don't think that we're going to get one on the top water. Unfortunately. Can you guys hear a bunch of wind noise, or is this thing doing the job? I'm curious. I've actually never drifted this far over into the pads here. I'm kind of having to keep an eye out for, make sure we're not going to get into anything too shallow and we can't get out. But I still can't see the bottom, so it's definitely deep enough. Crazy thing, last week when we were up at Lake Blue Ridge, we were in like 130, 135 feet of water. The water was much colder because of it. Different kinds of fish. And all we got was largemouth. We fished so hard for trout. But yeah, it was gorgeous up there. We'll probably go back. We have so many places we want to go. Some places, like we have family connections and stuff, so we go to like Hilton Head pretty often, like at least once a year, once every 2 years. We go to Amelia Island all the time because my parents have a place over there. But then we also want to explore and check out new places. So like in between our regular vacation spots, we're always trying to figure out a new spot. Kareem in the house. Appreciate you coming back, Kareem. Good to see you. Doing great. Loving life out here at the lake. It's gorgeous out today. Little soft wind. I guess I can't block it all, but that's better than like the first few live streams I did, I didn't really know how to stop the wind at all. So all you could hear the whole time was no bites yet, Cream. I'm knowingly fishing the wrong bait, but I just want to catch one on the top water. Even if I could just get one topwater blow up, even if I don't catch the fish, that would satisfy me. But we're going to switch spots here pretty soon and do some different baits. Down at the bottom, in between the lily pads, on the weed lines, which I think I'm getting pretty close to doing here. Oh, I just heard a fish hit the surface. Right there behind us. Let me cast over there. Maybe he's hungry. Are you hungry, bass? There's other kinds of fish in here besides bass, so it could have been a gar or a pickerel, even crappie or a bluegill. I guess there might be bowfin and stuff in here too. So just because a fish hits the surface doesn't mean it's going to necessarily be a bass. Not yet, Jenny. Soon, hopefully. You're going to put a piece of black tape over the mic? I've thought about tape, but I feel like the tape would block too much of the audio you want. But let me know. Maybe it's a miracle. Maybe it's a miracle. Because it is frustrating trying to deal with wind noise. The worst is when you're like editing a long form video and you're trying to cut out all the stuff that has bad wind noise, and like your biggest fish of the day, you're recording your biggest fish of the day and all you can hear is with the wind. Wind noise is the worst. That's why like YouTubers that make indoor videos or like talking head videos, they never have to worry about that kind of stuff. But all of us outdoor YouTubers, whoa, what was it? Like that big. All of us outdoor YouTubers are always fighting the wind noise. If you're curious, we've got the Shimano Celis medium heavy with the old Black Max. These Abu Garcia Black Maxes, they're cheap and they last forever and they take a beating. We got like 5 of them. I know some people are like, oh, you got to have a $200 reel. You don't. The Black Max is like 50 bucks and does a really good job. So I'll get 4 Black Maxes while the other guys are buying one $200 reel. Sweet. Yeah. Always worrying about the wind noise. One thing I noticed too, was that I think I just had a boil next to my bait. If you're ever recording in your car, if you have the air conditioning on, it makes this really loud like sound in the microphone. So I always try to remember if I'm going to record anything in the truck. Ooh, that was definitely something. Come on, fish. Hit it. Something just boiled twice right next to my bait. But but is not committing. This fish has serious commitment issues, guys. But yeah, that's my YouTube tip of the day is if you're going to record in your car, turn the air conditioning off while you're doing it, or else you have a bunch of background noise. The Fisherman's Lodge. Stuart, what's up? Appreciate you coming in. Still getting skunked out here. No bass. Got a pretty sweet video. It should be out tomorrow of our trip up to Georgia. Deep water lake up in Georgia we fished. 135 feet deep compared to like 4.5 that we're in right now. The wind is really picking up now. It's blowing us across the lake. Still deep enough for the boat, so I'm not getting worried. Let me try to reposition here a little bit so you can see where I'm fishing. Straight in front of us here. Bass. All I want is one topwater strike, and then I'm going to switch to baits I know will catch fish. All right, Jenny, appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for the super chat. Venture for Adventure in the house. Appreciate you coming in. My drag is kind of loose here. Let me tighten that up. There we go. Nice little grass patch right here. I'm going to fish that right next to the grass patch, and then I get caught on the lily pad. Come on, fish. Not today, apparently. But I'm knowingly using the wrong bait. Got this 6th Sense frog. Still tied on. It's been on this rod for like 2 months now. I've caught a few fish on it already. But generally this time of the day, middle of the daytime, sun is almost straight up. They usually don't hit the top water that much. I can usually get one though. Yeah, we still got to try those flies, that hard-bodied bass lure, the streamers. We tried the trout ones, but we're just not good at catching trout, I guess. Because we tried salmon eggs, night crawlers, flies, inline spinners, deep water, shallow water, points. Could not get any trout. We're on year 2 of our trout skunk. Next time we go north to catch trout, I'm going to do it in the summer. Instead of going like early in the spring, because everyone always says like, oh, the trout's really hard this time of year. I'm going to go in the summer next time, and hopefully it won't be as tough. All right, this will be my last cast, and then we're going to move spots. All right, moving spots. When I'm driving the boat, do you guys like it better when I leave the audio on and you can hear the motor and the wind and everything, or would you rather it be muted while I'm cruising? All right, I'll leave it on. I mean, I used to catch trout when I was a kid on the same stuff we're using, but the places that I'm going, it's like stocked, and it's an unnatural, like, trout really aren't natural in Georgia and South Carolina. They're just there because they get stocked a lot. It's not really like a naturally occurring fish there. I'm gonna go somewhere where the trout are just naturally there. All right, let me fire up the boat here and we'll make a move. Make sure nothing flies off. Definitely don't want anything flying off, guys, especially my phone. All right, here we go. Get this set up a little better here. Member for 3 months. The Fish Head fam is all at home because the boys have friends visiting and they're just like hanging out at the house. But it is way too nice out today to not fish. So I decided to come fishing by myself. I'm just turning on the Humminbird here. Yeah, we're still in 3.1 feet of water. You know what? It just looks so good right over here. Looks so good over here. I gotta take one cast before we leave. Look at that brush pile right there. I'm gonna take one cast, guys. I can't resist it. Oh yeah, right there. Come on, bass. Not even in that good looking spot. All right, we're moving. It just looked way too nice to not take one cast. Normally I would take like 10 casts there. All right, let's go. That other boat left too. We'll just go nice and slow through the lily pads till we get back to the channel. Fish on Bryce. There you go. Now you can link up with everybody. We're definitely cutting a little bit of lily pads by doing this. .8 feet. All I can see on the fish finder is like a bunch of lines. And I see some lily pads hanging off the motor. Once we get to open water, I'll just kick it into reverse and blow the lily pads off the motor. We're almost to the open water. Sebastian, back in the house. Appreciate you coming in, Sebastian. Sebastian is a new subscriber to our channel. Welcome to the Fishhead fam. All right, we're back to the trail where there's no lily pads. I'm just gonna de-weed the propeller think we're clear. I'll show you guys where we're going here while we're cruising. I've caught fish in this shady spot right here before. Let me take one cast real quick, just so I can avoid the FOMO. Right in the tree. Right in the tree. Got it back. All right, let's have a good cast. Perfect. One more, one more. All right, they're not biting. Yeah, it is a good spot. Stick of dynamite would make it really hard for catch and release. All right. New spot. New spot. Whenever I go into reverse, I can hear the water flowing into the live well. Looks like it's a lot windier out here on the main part of the lake. The wind is kicking out here, guys. Blowing hard. So what I'm gonna do is put the trolling motor in. With the trolling motor in, I can sort of fight the wind. I think I'm going to throw a jerk bait along this weed line right here. Technical difficulties. This lake gets heavily fished. All right, gonna throw one of these now. If I can just get it to stay fishing on this weed line right here. The wind just wants to move us all over the place. Goes from like 4 or 5 feet in those lily pads to like 9 to 10 feet out here in the open water. Sometimes if you throw one of these right where the depth changes, you can get a good one. It is pretty good water, but like I see like 7, 8 boats out here right now fishing this little lake. And that's just the part of the lake that we're in right now that I can see. So these bass see a lot of lures. A lot of lures. No, it's not that lake. That was at Lake Miccosukee. That's about a half hour away from here. That phone's probably all slimy and covered with weeds by now. Definitely a lot windier out here. A dro? What's a dro? Like a water anchor? That would be kind of nice to have, a water anchor where you just throw out the big plastic bag and it slows you down. Dylan and I came here crappie fishing and carp fishing a few weeks ago and we got skunked. Looks like we may be on our way to another skunk here. Yeah, the underwater parachute. Back in that other spot, we were pretty protected. But here we're just out in the open. Got to be some big bass out here, though. Oh yeah, there's got to be some phones in this lake. All right, Sue, appreciate it. Hope you have a good one. We'll see you soon. Every time I watch somebody fishing, Bryce, I want to go fishing. The worst thing is like when you're at work during the week and you see other guys out there fishing live and you're like, oh man, I'm sitting here working and they're out there fishing. There was a big clump of weeds, like 2 feet under the surface, and I thought it was a huge fish right next to the boat. Whenever I watch like Ace videos or like Angler Up with Brant or one of those guys that like bass fishes sometimes, I always hear the reel. It sounds so much more mechanical, the reels that they have, than the ones I have. I never noticed that like whiz sound from my own reels, but I hear it from other people's bait casting reels. So I don't know what kind of reels they must have. There's got to be some fish right here. Might be calm enough over here. We've kind of gotten out of the wind a little bit somehow. Maybe those trees. Oh, something just hit the surface right behind me. Wonder if I could throw a topwater frog. It's something keeps hitting the surface right here. Didn't want my lure though. Hit a lily pad. Hit a lily pad. Bad thing about this trolling motor is sometimes you get caught up in the lily pads and get stuck. I'd like to get one fish before we call it on this live stream. If you guys are interested, tonight I'm doing a grill and chill live stream at the house. I'm making some interesting kebabs. I won't spoil the surprise, but things most people don't use for kebabs, I would think. So we'll be grilling later tonight. If you guys keep an eye out, I'll pop up live then. I don't see anybody catching any fish. All these boats out here and no one's catching anything. There's some small trees sticking out of the weeds right over here. I'm thinking that might be a good spot to throw the frog again. I might just be too optimistic for this day here. The weather's too perfect for the bass. Well, something just hit the surface. No, it's not alligator, although that would not be bad at all. Wouldn't mind having some alligator kebabs. All right, let me grab the frog. Yep. Stuck in school or stuck at work and you're watching other people fish. It's like, oh God, let me get out of here, please. Or you see other people actually catching fish and you're like, why can't I catch any fish? I never learned to fish. All right, top water again, guys. Trying to get close to those trees over there. Hopefully we don't get too wrapped up in the weeds. This is crazy. I think this is an exercise in futility right now, guys. The weather is just too perfect for the bass. It's crazy to say. It's perfect for the fishermen. It is not good for the bass. I think I'm just going to take a couple more casts here. And we'll call it a wrap for this live stream. And then we'll pop up live again later at the grill. So a couple more casts. And then I'll say goodbye to y'all. I mean, if I saw this frog, I'd want to come up and eat it. That is a good-looking frog. Where are you, bass? Where are you, bass? Please. Oh, my chat was froze up, guys. "71 degrees on Tuesday. That sounds nice." Yep. A roadkill grill. Dylan and I are trying to make a squirrel hunt and cook video. So far we haven't shot one yet, but eventually we're going to finish that video. Last time we went out for squirrels, we got stuck in a big rainstorm. Almost had to do like an emergency shelter build video. But we might grill up some squirrel here soon. It's supposed to be pretty tasty. A lot of people make like squirrel stew and stuff like that. But I'll probably, if we get one, I'll probably want to do it a couple different ways. So grilling would not be a bad idea. Yeah, I think it's just too pretty out here today for the bass to want to eat. Last cast. As I hear a fish hit the surface over here. All right. It's another skunk. Bryce, it's like 60, 65, 67, something like that. It's really nice out. Gray squirrel is delicious in the oven. We're waiting for the right time for Dylan to get out there and get one, and then we'll make a video about it. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it for now. Come join me later by the grill for the grill and chill. We're doing kebabs. I'll pop up live in a few hours. But thank you all so much. Special shout out to Jenna from Tuesdays with Joy for the very generous donation. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in a few hours.